or negatively to this important motion. I want to start with Senator Chaligay, Senator Mudigi, Senator Mohamed Faki, Senator Abbas, Senator Murango, Senator Iloba, and Senator Karen Nyamu. I want to really thank them for giving this motion some time to think and to think through about it. But Madam Speaker, what I have seen, most of the members, those maybe who are not supporting, they don't understand what I'm trying to seek. And I really explained for more than almost 30 minutes the justification. You know, most of the members are discussing whether Miraa should be banned from Kenya from being used in Kenya. That is not the issue. Miraa already is a scheduled crop in the Crop Act 2013. So there is no way, we have no powers unless if somebody will go to amend that section so that it is not a scheduled crop, then Miraa will not benefit. Even before 2013, Miraa chewing was not illegal. Miraa has been consumed since, I don't know, the creation. Therefore, Madam Speaker, the issue that honorary members have not understood is that we are either agreeing or disagreeing that Miraa should be, the bill intends to amend the Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Control Act to remove a substance called cathinone and cathine as naturally found in Miraa crop from the classification of psychotropic substances. Cathinone and cathine occurring naturally in the Miraa plant is very, very different with that what has been categorized in Schedule 2 as psychotropic substances, as cathinone and cathine. If you go and produce cathinone and cathine in a lab, that is a drug. That is what we are agreeing with that. But the cathinone and cathine occurring in its natural state in Miraa, natural state, because if that twig, if you keep it for more than 12 hours, that cathinone and cathine will go. You will not find it. So researchers have found that this crop, the cathinone and cathine, is not harmful at all to the human body. But as many members have contributed and have expressed themselves, if you take in excess, I think that is what is happening in the northeastern. If you take this, anything you take in excess, of course it will have an effect on you, on your body. And that is why in Kiswahili, Murango was trying to say, Senator Murango, use everything in moderation. If you drink a lot of tea, a lot of milk, you know it will affect your belly, it will affect you. But anything you use in moderation. Senator Kalen, I'm happy that you really support this bill, and you chew even once per month, and you have it has no effect on you. I do it almost weekly or maybe after 2 weeks, even sitting on that chair, Madam Speaker. I've never made any irrational determination or sitting there or whatever I've been doing for the rest of my life, because I use in moderation. Therefore, Madam Speaker, the amendment that I'm seeking, I hope I'll be able to convince more members, and I can see I'll be able to get the required numbers to pass this bill at the second reading during the voting. So, Madam Speaker, I want to really request Meru people to be patient. I know they've been waiting a bit, and Karen will really understand, Senator Karen will really understand. What we are trying to do is actually to make sure that we don't take a lot of Miraa to Northeastern, to Mandera, to Garissa, to Ajia. Once we start valuation, we will have no Miraa left to take outside the Meru. Even for local consumption it will be difficult, because we want to open another level. Now we are going on evaluation. So we do wine, we do juice, we do I said again, tea bags, so that people even can stream, can shed weight through that. You know, people are taking nettle grass, wheating grass, yeah, these hibiscus. so that they can be able to, those are healthy drinks. Miraa also will be healthy drinks so that it can help control the weight that we have, Madam Speaker. So what we are trying to see is, and to convince members, is if we allow Nakanda to remove these cardinal and cathane from the scheduled list of narcotics, Madam Speaker, we will be able to do now valuation. Whether you want to take the wine or not, it's up to you. Even now we have so many wine shops in this republic. Not everybody goes to that shop to pick a bottle of wine. Because if you don't partake it, you don't go to the shop. There are so many bars in this country. If you drink beer, you'll go to the bar and drink. So that is what we are saying. Allow Nakanda to remove these substances from the list so that now we can do valuation. And have, instead of Miraa going to Northeastern, let that Northeastern people, if you want to buy wine from the shop. Buy juice from the shop. I think that will be a good idea, the Senator and good Senator for Mandera County. Because what we are going to do is to mop out all Miraa which is being transported out of Meru. We will do valuation and market our products in Kenya and outside this country, Madam Speaker. There is a lot of wine coming from South Africa. How do they make their wine? You don't know. You don't know. Yeah? People are buying every day. So that is the route that we want to take. So, Madam Speaker, with all these remarks, I really beg to reply, and I beg to move and request that the putting of the question be deferred to a later date pursuant to Standing Order 66.3.
It is so deferred. Next order. Honorable Senators, because of absence of movers, we are deferring orders number 11 to 16, order number 18, orders number 20 to 37. Honorable Senators, there being no other business on order paper, the Senate stands adjourned until tomorrow, Wednesday, 6th May 2026 at 9:30 a.m.
there are emissions from industry which are not properly managed. And Mr. Speaker, this happened one time in Uhuru Owino area in Mombasa. The residents got affected, got poisoned. They went to court, Mr. Speaker, up to Supreme Court.